Alright, so today I'm going to show you my workflow for creating 20 plus mockup images within seconds. And I'm not gonna lie, it takes some time to actually set up this file certain way, which we are not going over in this video. That was honestly a tutorial for other time, but this is how I create designs for all my products. And the product I have chosen here is tote bags, and I'm going to show you my workflow. So let's get started. First thing I do is honestly like open Photoshop and my design folder side by side. Here I have 137 designs that I want to create mockup images for, and once that's done, honestly, like I will upload them in one go and schedule my listings. But for me, the mockup creation is like the biggest task, and which is almost holding me back from launching a lot of products. So I create all these workflows to make it faster and easier without compromising the quality. So the example here I have is tote bags, and I'm going to launch this in two colors, the natural tote bag and the black color. And the reason for that is that, I mean, people have different preferences and I want my designs to be available in both. Why not? So the first step is here, I'm going to show you how I create design files, which will actually create designs for both natural bag and the black version of it. So let's take a look at that. All right, here I have my original design and I make a duplicate of that artboard. I choose the rectangle tool. I create a rectangle to the size of the artboard. The size of the artboard matches the Printify tote bag dimensions, which is 3000 by 3600 pixels. I rename that article place art here, and I say black or dark colors. This helps me kind of identify which one of the smart objects we need to work with. These are like master smart objects, and I will explain to you in a little bit what it means, but they need to be named really appropriately, and I place them on the top of my layers so that it's easy to identify. Then you go and right click on this smart object and click on convert to smart object, which converts it to a smart object obviously, but I made a typo here, so I will rasterize this layer because renaming is not enough, because once a smart object is made, it will always show that, and it's just my habit. So I'm going to rasterize it again, rename it properly, and then convert it to a smart object again. Totally unnecessary obviously, but sure. Now I'm going to double click on this, drop my design there. Too many designs, so let's see. Okay, this is the one I'm going to pick, drop it in, super simple. Then I'm going to adjust it according to my size. Keep in mind that I had actually initially created these designs for sweatshirts, and they are doing pretty good in my shop right now. So I am motivated to launch it in different kind of products right now. And tote bags also are doing pretty good, but I only have like 2 or 3 tote bags in my shop, so it makes logical sense to just launch more. All right, so moving forward, so what I'm doing here is kind of creating a white text version of my design, and to do that I just added like white rectangles, which I'm going to strategically place over the text, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. It's super easy, and it is not foolproof. It's not like you have to adjust it for all your designs, but this is how it works. I create 2 rectangles, I place them on top of the text, then I create clipping mask for both of them and align those rectangles over the text. So now you see that it has lined up exactly over the design, and it has created white version of the text. So instead of actually going over and recreating my design with white text, this minimizes my effort, and this is the final design. Then I'm gonna hit save, which will update the smart object layer, and yeah, hit save, it updates the smart object layer, and we'll go back in our main mockup. So here you see 2 versions, one is with the black text and one is with the white text, and they both are placed on their own artboards. And the reason for that is because when I export all the artboards, I get the design file in the exact dimensions that any print-on-demand provider expects. Here I used Printify dimensions because it's kind of, their design tool is pretty good. Even though I don't end up using them, I like using their design tools because they give you exact dimensions. It's easy to download their design template. So this is what I used in initially creating these designs. again a tutorial for another time, but let's continue here. So once we create like the white text version of this design, I'm going to duplicate this smart object. Okay, so we have like two black mockups here, and what I'm going to do is duplicate this smart layer that we created onto that artboard. So in that case, it is NT Lifestyle 2, resize the smart object. Resizing it does not change any properties of the initial smart object, so you can make any manipulations or transformations here. Same with this layer. I'm going to go to my original master mock and duplicate in this colors layer. Super easy duplicate layer. It'll ask you to, this is the cleanest way I have found. Earlier I used to make a copy and then move it in the artboard, which kind of became messy because everything was called copy 1, copy 5, but this is the cleanest way. So yeah, now we are going to kind of update these mocks. This particular artboard has two smart objects now. One is with the initial smart layer and one is with this new one. What I'm going to do is hide that previous one, because this particular design and all my designs here have a lot of text. So I'm going to use this new smart object with dark colors that I created. And this one is pretty straightforward. There's not much skewing or anything. So I'm just going to adjust it where it looks nice. Make sure that it looks kind of close to what you are going to send the customers, and it is super important that they can visualize what they will be getting. Okay, so we did the first one. Now we are moving to the second one. Here, this is kind of my colors slide where I'm showing that this product is available in white natural color and black color. And the same thing, I'm going to place my new smart object layer on this one, adjust the dimensions of this new smart layer to kind of match what it will look like in the final thing. Now it doesn't need to be like super exact, because people don't care. They just need to like visualize and know how it's gonna look like. And yeah, don't worry if it's not exactly matching the sides. It's totally fine. Do not over optimize. But yeah, if you look at these mocks, there's like care instructions, there's lifestyle images, there's detail images, there's like everything I need. There's good thumbnail images. I can swap out a lot of thumbnail images, and overall it's pretty aesthetic. These mocks are also available in Artdom. I think so. I uploaded them, but yeah, anyways. So yeah, this is basically giving me 10 to 15 artboards. Now you go to export. This is where the magic happens. Export artboard to files. And I kind of don't put the name because I kind of don't put the name. Choose an appropriate location for your folders. I'm just going to put it on desktop for now. Let's just see. I'm going to put the name of the design and then the product type. Open. Then you want to make sure that export selected artbook is unchecked, and I removed the file name prefix because I want the name of each artboard as the file name. So what it's going to do is give me two design files that I can just directly upload in Printify or Printful or whatever I use, and it's going to give me all the mockup images that I just need to upload to my listing, and I am ready to go. It takes a little bit depending on your computer's power, and honestly I just updated my computer, so it's looking good right now. But there used to be a time where I make such heavy mockup files that I would just get a coffee and sit and enjoy. Why not? It's done. All right, now I'm going to show you like this whole thing on one more design. Let's just pick anything from this folder. As you can tell, I have a lot of work ahead of me, so you hide the previous layer. You can also delete it. I'm just in the mode of creating these 170 designs, so 130 designs. So let's see. Okay, what I'm going to do here is just place the first layer and copy it. Probably not the best placement, but whatever. I'm going to copy. It doesn't work this way, so just Control C and go to your dark layer smart object and Control V. What it will do is kind of copy all the transformation you did so that both white and black looks the same in your marks, especially when you're adjusting. Then I'm going to adjust the white rectangles. Again, you have to do clipping mask again and again because you do add a new layer. but it's okay. After some time you get a hang of it, so it's all right. Adjust the rectangles to cover up the text and make any other changes you want. Quality check, hit save, and it will update all the smart objects. Okay, so we will go back to our initial template, and you can see that it's still updating the previous one. It says updating smart object, and again the file is heavy, it takes some time, but be patient, it's okay. This is just Zen, sit and enjoy creating mocks. And now you can see all my files are updated and I'm ready to export. So yeah, this is how I create all my mocks in one go. And my workflow, I'm just gonna sit a couple of hours today and create this. And honestly, with my new computer, I don't think it's gonna take a couple of hours. But yes, if you have any questions, comments, leave it in the comments. We're gonna do a tutorial on how to create these mocks. So follow Listagram for more useful tips. Bye.